Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. What's up, dudes? It's Erin.
And Nicole. This is Dude, That's Fucked Up.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, it is too today.
Oh, my
Maybe
God.
for some people, not for me, but for some people.
Yeah, not for me, really.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Yeah. We'll get into it in a
We'll
second.
get into it, yeah.
How's everybody doing?
Oh
Hope
my
everybody's
gosh.
great.
Is everybody getting into the holiday spirit? I'm not, because Starbucks isn't bringing back the gingerbread latte this year, and I'm fucking pissed. I tweeted from our podcast account.
Angrily at Starbucks?
Yeah, because you know what they did? They suggested, they were like, oh, we know you want like gingerbread lattes, everyone, but like, can we offer that you try our gingerbread loaf instead? And I was like, go loaf yourself.
Oh, that is rude.
That is fucking rude. I don't want your loaf, okay?
It's like, would you like a steak or a meatloaf?
Or like, would you like wine or a bunch of grapes?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I don't want the fucking grapes.
No, not even grapes, just the skins.
Raisins?
How about a handful of raisins?
How about a handful of old raisins that have just been like, that are like hard?
Dude, fuck you, Starbucks.
I know. Unless you want to sponsor this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
In which case,
we love you. Oh my
I mean,
God.
I do go there literally every day. Except today I got a seasonal cinnamon ginger latte from my local coffee shop. Thank you very much.
You should be spending your hard-earned coins.
Okay, but it was like $1,000 to go there. We got some fucking toast and a scone and a drip coffee and a latte, and it was like legit $35.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Whatever.
I mean, support your local businesses.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting a salary there.
I know, yeah. It's great. They're great. They're like, they're a queer coffee shop. It's like
Support.
I just love them so much. And they started out at, it's called We Op, if anyone's ever in Long Beach. Wide Eyes, Open Palms. Wide Eye, Open Palms, something like that. But We Op for short.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and they started out at farmers markets.
And now they have a brick and mortar.
And now they have a brick and mortar, and they just expanded it to like an outdoor area. It is, and it's amazing. Everything they make is so good. But I was just like a little
hell yeah, dude,
miffed because I was like, oh,
well,
$30 for breakfast? I didn't even get any eggs. There's no hash browns on this plate.
You know, it all goes back. It all goes. Yeah. You're paying it forward.
Yeah, it's bettering the community, I guess, because we have nice coffee.
Don't give your money to fucking billionaire.
I know.
Starbucks douche. What's his name?
Schultz. Schultz.
Howard Schultz.
Howard Schultz.
Yeah, get out of here, Howard Schultz.
That's a made-up name.
Well, it's a real person, but
it is, but it sounds made up.
Okay.
Howard Schultz. That sounds like
a person's name.
Yeah, all right. I think Howie Schultz, I buy it more.
Okay.
Howard Schultz, no. It's like, okay, you're trying to be distinguished, sir.
Howie to his other billionaire friends, not to us plebes.
True.
Can I tell you my fucked up?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm having a lot of like internal anxiety today. Did I remember to take?
You drank too much last night.
It's probably, and I'm like thinking, did I take my pill? Did I take my medication last night?
Oh,
I think I did. I think I also drank too much coffee this morning.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of things working against you.
Lots happening.
Yeah.
Okay. So the reason I drank so much last night is because DJ and I had a date night last night.
Yeah.
Like the first one we've had, just the two of us, in a really long time.
And specifically since moving here.
Yeah. And we've had just like a lot of shit going on lately. So we got a babysitter, and we like finally were like making it happen. We like committed to it, and we're doing it.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to say too much detail about our babysitter, but they're young. Mm-hmm. This person is very young. And we got a Disney Plus account that we're sharing with DJ's brother. And we were like, oh, check out have you seen the Disney Plus app yet?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, no, I haven't seen it. And we were like showing them. And we have it's every fucking Disney movie you could
Ever.
ever
Yeah.
and Marvel and
Except Song of the South. They're burying that one.
it's rough.
Yeah.
So we are scrolling through and DJ was like, "Oh, Beauty and the Beast is my favorite Disney movie." And our babysitter was like, "Oh, I've never seen the original one. I've only seen the live action. I mean, she's like aware that it existed,
Yeah.
but didn't know what like didn't know anything about the original."
Well, that says a lot about the parents, I feel like. Cuz like what were you
No.
what were you having the kids watch?
Well, I think
Dora the Explorer and all the Blue's Clues.
maybe by the time they were sentient, it was
It's like,
here's the new one.
oh,
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
They're young.
I know, but they're not that. Like that one came out like 2 years ago.
Did it? I feel like it
The
came
one
out
with Emma Watson?
4 or 5 years ago.
No, it was like 2 years ago.
Okay.
We talked about it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well,
Oh, maybe 3.
at any rate,
Yeah.
it just was a thing of where it made me feel extremely old because like she's like the new generation of kids.
Yeah.
And
They don't even know.
they don't even know. And so we watched like the first like couple minutes of it and she's like, "Oh, this is fun." And I was like, "Oh my God."
Oh my God.
So
She's like, where's the trap music?
yeah.
Or whatever kids listen to. I don't fucking know.
Where's the teen wave?
Oh my God. Did you see that sketch on SNL where it was like, it's like Duolingo, like learning to talk to kids?
Yeah.
That's funny. That just reminded me of that.
Oh my God. Well, let me tell you, it's difficult.
Oh my God.
I thought I could do it, but we're on another level, or they're on another level. So yeah, it just made me feel. I've been feeling these old feelings.
Yeah.
In my body and in my physical being, but now I'm feeling it, in the external surroundings, like where I'm like, oh fuck, am I getting out of time? I'm losing it.
Yeah.
We're getting further away here, and as the next generation of kids is growing up, they're manifesting their like. You see the tweets about like, wouldn't it be cool if a song automatically played when you opened up your Twitter, and it's like that was fucking MySpace.
Yeah.
And the kids don't know about MySpace.
The kids don't know about MySpace.
The youth doesn't.
That was the oldest.
So it's just, I'm feeling it, really feeling it. So that's all.
The kids don't know about MySpace. Yeah.
It's weird, man.
I know.
It was a weird experience.
Well, I work with like a 21-year-old. Or 22 or something. Like it is weird. It is weird because I'll make a cultural reference and like one person might get it and the rest of them are like, "What's that?" And
well,
I'm like,
because they're like adults, but we're
so far ahead.
15 years.
Oh my God.
Ahead in the adult ish in the adult space.
Allegedly.
So we think there's like this weird cognitive dissonance where you're like, I'm talking to an adult, they know what I'm talking about, and then they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. And you're like, I'm still like in my 20-ishes and 20-ishes. And they're like, bitch, I don't know.
Bitch, your back hurts. You're not in your 20s.
They're like, okay, boomer. And I'm like, fuck.
We're not boomers. So let's just make that clear.
No.
Not even close.
Not even close. Well, anybody that's older than like 30 is a boomer, I think. And the young people.
That's fucking rude, and kids are trash. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They need to learn, you know what?
Respect your elders.
But like respect your not so elders also.
That's
right.
Yeah, yeah. No, don't respect your elders. Like,
no, they're awful.
Don't respect the boomers.
Yeah. No.
Respect your Gen Xers and your old millennials. Yeah. Okay.
But also, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for everyone ahead of you. So,
well,
just remember that.
Yeah. Remember who made the internet?
Fucking
not a fucking. It was a boomer. Okay.
It was a lot of boomers.
Yeah. Fair. All right.
All right.
We're just kidding.
Yeah.
Respect everybody. unless they're racist. Then fuck them.
Yeah, then they're not worth anything.
What about you? Anything fucked up for you this week?
Oh my God. Well, I'm like so bummed because, okay, this is going to relate. So just bear with me. I'm taking a clowning class.
Yes.
Which Erin is so upset about
no,
it.
well, no, I'm not. I didn't understand it at first. This very much has to do with our topic.
Yeah.
But I didn't know
what
was involved.
Yeah, yeah.
But it is very fucking cool.
But like, you were like...
I was judging
the first time I said it, you're like, ew, why? Or something like that.
Well, in my mind, I thought you were like dressing up
Yeah.
in full like clown makeup and putting on a sateen polka dot pantaloon getup.
Jumper.
Yeah.
With ruffles.
And putting on a fucking sno-cone wig and rolling out in these streets like that. And I was like, not on my watch. I don't know.
A snow-cone wig. Because it's all different colors.
Yeah. I don't, that's not what it's called, but you know what I mean.
Not on my watch. Oh my God. No, it's not that at all. Basically, it's like you just like get up in front of an audience and you like use their energy to like try and make them laugh. Like you like feed off it. And they explained it to me like, oh, it's like entertaining a baby where you have to like, you're just kind of using your like natural like your lizard brainy
your
type
instincts to lead them towards hilarity.
And you like kind of see, oh, do they like that? No, they don't. Okay, I'll try something else. And it's like that. It's just like and then when you find something and you can make them laugh, then you like explore that more and like play with that. You know, it's like, oh, they're like liking this pattern, but I know if I like lean into it for too long, they'll know it's coming and it won't be funny. So like even just like playing with Jack, I'm like, oh, okay, I've done this twice. I've done it a third time. He's like not laughing as hard, so I'm going to pretend like I'm not going to do it, and that will upset the pattern. And then you do it again. You know, it's and then he like goes crazy, and it's like it's like, but you're using your body and like. I don't know. It's weird. I don't even know what happens. I kind of black out when I'm doing it because it's just so like
it's very vulnerable.
Yeah, you're super vulnerable.
Yeah,
and you're just like your whole body. Like I don't know. It just gets it's very weird, but it's very fun. And this class I'm taking is like so good. But I have it on Saturdays. And last week you hung out with our friend Jessie, and I wanted to come hang out, and I like almost didn't go to class, but I was like, oh, no, I should just go. Like. I pay for it, and it's like...
I made you feel FOMO. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I shouldn't have gone to that class. I was so annoyed. It's so far. It's like an hour to get there, and then I realized last week we're only getting up once every class for a couple minutes, and so you're sitting there the whole time mostly, and you're watching each other, and it's funny, and I'm having fun. I'm laughing and feeling good.
Yeah.
But, like, then... you're sitting there for like 2.5 hours and then it's finally your turn and then you do it and then it's like, okay, good job, next. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh man, I was so bummed. So now I have it today later and I'm like, oh, do I want to go? Or like.
I think you might be inspired by this week's episode to really get into it.
Or avoid it completely. We won't know until we're done.
Yeah. We're gonna talk, you guys. Today's episode is about clowns.
Oh my God.
We're going to really...
I guess trigger warning if that's like a thing for you.
Yeah.
But we're not showing you any, and we're not playing any sound bites or anything.
No.
Also, I'm very clowny when I laugh, so if that hasn't like upset you to this point, I think you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This topic became very interesting to me as we got into it as we researched it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But before we start, I want to start off on a lighthearted note.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys remember, or have you even ever heard of the clown penis dot fart SNL sketch? I cannot even say it. It is so funny. DJ reminded me of this this morning because I told him what today's topic was, and he's like, "Oh, clown penis dot fart," and I was like, I was just like, "What the fuck?" I didn't remember that's what the like meat of the sketch was about, and then we watched it, and I cried laughing.
Oh
It
my
is
God.
so good. How do you remember it?
No, I have to watch it right now.
Okay.
And we'll cut it out.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Have you ever
Oh my
seen it?
God. I don't remember it, but it's very funny.
It's
What
really
a
funny.
simple premise.
I know, it's so simple and so funny.
Oh my God.
Okay, if you guys haven't seen it, you have to watch it immediately.
Yeah.
It's really great.
Oh my
Classic
God.
SNL. It's Chris Parnell, and it's like,
He's so
just watch
funny.
it.
What happened to him?
He does the voice of fucking the Progressive box.
What?
The Progressive commercials.
No, I don't watch commercials.
Oh, well, okay, bougie bitch. That's what he's doing. Voice work.
Oh, that's good for him. Yeah,
good
he's
for
very
him.
funny.
Yeah, make that money. Okay, so we're talking about clowns. First thing you should do, watch Clown Penis Fart.
Yeah, the end.
The end. But yeah, I did not realize that clown history was so rich.
So varied, so long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like a balloon animal that stretches on forever. I don't know. Sorry.
Oh no.
Off to a great start.
Fucking balloon sword. I'm like, what are they making? Oh, it's just a long balloon.
So that looks like a clown penis. Fart. Okay, so clowns have actually been around in one form or another for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
There's records that date back to like ancient Egyptian, Roman, and Chinese courts, where jesters and clown-like figures were just out and about around in the streets.
Yeah.
And they were just a common part of society for thousands and thousands of years. They are the only ones who really were allowed to lampoon any kind of like royalty throughout the millennia.
Have like true freedom of speech.
Yeah, they were a reflection of society, basically.
Yeah.
Like whatever they were making fun of was the, you know, that was what was happening in the culture.
Right. They were like truth tellers, but because they were funny,
Yeah.
they got away with it, which is a plus of being funny.
Yeah, that's right. And a couple of the most famous clowns who led to the image and the style of modern clowns and probably contributed to why we have so much fear of them now were Joseph Grimaldi and Jean-Gaspard Debrau. I'm sorry, I pronounced that wrong. Debrau. Well, because people pronounce it wrong all the time. And like they say like Deburau.
Oh.
And it's Deborah.
Debra. Pierrot.
Yeah, the Pierrot clown is very classic. So Grimaldi was like
Is that like the tall white hat?
Yep.
And like the three.
Yeah.
They're not buttons, but they're
like poofs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the little
Pom-poms.
Pom-poms,
Yeah.
Poms, yeah. So Grimaldi was like the proto clown and one of the most famous performers, period, during the Regency era in England. So he was like on stage doing his bit for many years, and it's thought that around an eighth of London's population at that time had seen him perform.
Wow.
That's pretty prolific.
A lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. So there were other clowns at the time doing silly little gags and putting on a little face paint here and there, but fucking Grimaldi was out here doing the most. He would put on like the craziest, most colorful outfits. He had a full-on blue mohawk.
Oh.
Which was pretty wild at it's wild at any time.
Yeah.
To see a person walking down the street with a bright blue mohawk.
It's nonconformist, so
yeah.
You see it and you're like, whoa.
But at the time, like Regency era England was boring as fuck. Like think Regency era is like Jane Austen, like everybody's very prim and proper.
Yeah.
And he was just like punk as fuck.
Ooh.
And he painted his entire face completely white, which not a lot of people who were clowning then, they were just doing a little face paint here and there for like the stage.
Yeah.
He was doing full white face and he'd put on like bright red spots on his cheeks, and he was a true comedian. He lampooned everyone and everything, And he also did a ton of physical comedy, which ultimately fucked his body up big time. Like he'd get in like fist fights with himself, basically.
Yeah.
Like throw himself on the ground, do headstands. He'd do all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, you use your body.
Yeah, I mean, and he would do like very violent slapstick.
Yeah. To himself.
To himself. This was like before, you like learn how to fall properly, like pratfalls,
yeah.
and he would just beat himself up basically.
Which is so funny. And if you think about like Jim Carrey and like some of what he does physically, it is like very clowny in the traditional sense, because it is like he's using his whole body to do really funny stuff,
and
like
he can contort himself in a way
he
that
can contort himself, and like he uses everything, his eyebrows, his face, like he uses every single little bit of himself, and it's like so entertaining.
And so that was this guy. This is
Yeah.
where this kind of came from. I mean, people had been doing this some form or another for centuries, but this guy was just prolific, and who had seen him, and he became so incredibly famous, but he had a very rough life, and was in constant pain because of the way he would throw himself around, and he just put his whole self into being a clown, and everybody knew about his personal struggles, which is why you kind of start to have this concept of a very sad, troubled person behind the funny, energetic clown up on stage. So this is where you start to see the first kind of inklings of like this person behind the mask is very deeply troubled and sad. And his French counterpart, kind of around the same time, was Deborah. He originated the Pierrot clown, which is the pointy hat, and kind of in the black and white, mimey kind of doing that kind of humor.
Still very physical and
very like kind of ironic and
like the indie clown.
Yeah, the indie clown.
He for sure was
like that sad French clown. Classic.
Did one of these kill someone with a cane?
Yes.
Okay.
The Pierrot guy. Pierrot.
Indie clown killed
Indie clown. Yeah, because people couldn't separate him from his character. So people would kind of accost him on the street and be like, make me laugh. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Which happens to a lot of comedians nowadays, like which is fucking crazy that people do that.
I fucking hate people like when I'm introduced to someone and they're like, this is Nicole, she's really funny, or she's a comedian, and they're like, tell me a joke. I'm like,
what
the fuck? Who says that to someone?
Yeah, it's just like people don't, I don't know.
Yeah.
They want you to prove your funniness all the time. It's really weird.
I'm not like, oh, you're a CPA, like make me an Excel sheet.
Yeah. Do my taxes, bitch.
Fill out this I-9.
Like it's like anything that I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a very rude thing to do.
It's weird. Yeah.
So yeah, people would accost him on the street, and one time this kid like grabbed him and he like beat the shit out of him with his cane.
Oh my God.
And killed him.
Yeah.
Essentially. So he like had to be on trial, and so there's
my God.
There's probably a whole episode of just this guy.
Whoa.
I'm sorry, I can't pronounce his name very well, and I suck at saying
Pierrot, I think.
Pierrot.
Yeah.
But his real name, Jean Gaspard de Barreau.
Oh.
So yeah, very, very, very much the pain behind the mask, and kind of leading through to American clowns. Started the carnival and clowning kind of was a natural fit, and that became very popular in America. And the hobo clown was through the Great Depression, leading us to today, our more modern clowns. So that's kind of the history and the background. And we'll talk a little bit now about like the most famous clowns.
Oh my God.
Well, I don't know. I think the Joker.
Yeah.
Not the Joaquin Phoenix one. Like, sorry.
I'm sure that movie's horrible, but
no, I'm not going to judge the movie. I haven't seen it. I can't say. I'm sure Joaquin Phoenix.
I've heard it's good. Yeah, and he's a really good actor.
He's great.
Yeah,
but my Joker is always and will always be Jack Nicholson.
Oh my God, dude, those movies are so good.
that scene where he walks into the museum and like basically kills everybody with the
The
gas.
gas,
Like
yeah.
he's fucked up. But he like all the henchmen walk
Oh
around
my
like and
God.
the Prince song,
Party
Party Man,
man. Yeah.
Party Man. Oh my God. It's
All hail a new king in town. Oh my
great.
God.
It's
Young, old, gather round.
what is it? Red and white. Or black and
White,
white.
red and green. The funkiest thing you've ever seen. Ow, 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 ow.
Party Man. Okay, sorry. That scene's iconic, okay?
It's so good. I fucking love that song so much. It's like Prince did that whole soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And it's a fucking Tim Burton movie. Everything about it's good.
There's the Danny Elfman like classic Tim Burton.
Yeah.
And then
intro.
and,
Oh my
and,
God, that introduction too.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Oh, cuz he's in the bat plane. I don't know what it's called.
The Batmobile?
No, that's the car.
Oh.
He's in the like it's like a bat airplane and
Oh.
he's like in it and he's like winding around and stuff, I think. It's so good.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well,
I'm going to watch that.
iconic.
Yeah.
That's the only Joker I recognize.
Oh yeah, I agree.
But then also Mark Hamill's voice work for the cartoon Joker is also amazing.
And also all the Batman games like Arkham Asylum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my, it's a very fun video game to play. And I think he's the voice. But also that's like a very specific
Chaos clown.
Yeah, it's like cuz there's also like there's like so many subcategories of clowns and stuff, but like the Harlequin.
Harlequin?
Is it Harlequin?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. It's like a specific type of clown that goes back to like commedia dell'arte, and it's like very specific old theater, like Italian theater,
Yeah.
the origins of like what we know as theater today. And that one was like, yeah, it would lean, that type of clown wasn't good or bad, and it like leaned into chaos for entertainment, and like basically clowns are tricksters.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. It's like you don't know if they're going to do something good or bad and
Right.
like what they're thinking. And it's like a little menacing, but like you don't feel completely unsafe. But then like for the Joker, he is unsafe.
It's like an exhilarating thing to watch
Yeah.
because there's so much tension.
Yeah.
And you don't know what's going to happen. And,
Yeah.
And that's fun.
Yeah.
It's like being on a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
And then Laughing Sal, I've never heard of.
Oh my
this.
God. Okay, I put Laughing Sal on here because it's a famous clown to me and it's like freaky. On the Santa Cruz boardwalk, it's like, you know the boardwalk in Santa Cruz?
Yeah.
That's where it is, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's like that, it's like a carnival-y type thing and there's rides and stuff. And I was there for my cousin's wedding and it was the first time I'd like been there as an adult, and we were walking and then there's just like this fucking clown in this like case, and it's like a mechanical clown, and it's just like and it just like does that over and over, and it's so freaky.
It's like an animatronic
Yeah,
thing?
it's animatronic, but it has like, I feel like its eyes are alive. It's like if you took a clown and Annabelle the doll
Dude,
and made them
fuck
into
that.
one, and then you fucking put it in a window on a boardwalk.
I hate whoever thought of that.
It's not good.
Probably Satan.
It is. I think there's Satan living in it.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't like that.
Yeah, that's a bad one. So I put that on here.
Yeah, love that. Emmett Kelly. This is the
Hobo.
the sad hobo clown.
Yeah.
Like from the Great Depression era.
Yeah. Weary Willie was his, like, he was like almost 100 years old when he died. So he
Wow.
did it for a long time. But it's like, he did that one where it's like, yeah, hobo clown, where like they paint their face white and then it's almost like shoe shine, beard.
Yeah, it
Like
looks
it's a
like
really dark.
It's like a really exacerbated 5 o'clock shadow
Yeah,
kind of, and it's
yeah.
a frown.
Yeah, and it's it's like a deep frown.
Yeah.
And then like their lips are like black usually, or like I think, and
Mhm.
it's like everything's like very dark around their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes they like carry a stick with like a little, it's like making, I don't know if it's making fun of hobos or just because that was like a thing.
Yeah.
They like played into that stereotype. I don't know. I also don't know if hobo's like an okay word. I don't think you would say it about people, but it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, that was like in a historical context, that
Sure.
was like a type of person and clown.
It specifically to describe this type of clown.
Yeah, this type of clown. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously Pennywise.
Oh my God.
Stephen King's a genius.
Oh
first
my
of all.
God.
He understood this juxtaposition of the clown as a figure that was intended to bring joy and, be this fun, this symbol of fun
For children.
but was ultimately a sinister thing.
Yeah.
He understood that it was a trend going towards the sinister.
Yeah.
And he really helped cement, I think, the way we feel and think about clowns now.
I think so, yeah. The 80s was a big time for
for fucking
scary
up
clowns.
people with clowns.
Yeah.
Because it didn't used to be that way. It just kind of devolved over time. And now it's just a thing that's out of time, I think. When we think of clowns now, it's associated with fear and creepiness and upset.
Yeah.
But back, 100, 200 years ago, clowns were fucking legit. They were
50
tight.
years ago.
Yeah, 50 years ago. Yeah. So,
it was like a fun circusy thing.
Yeah.
Krusty the Clown from The Simpsons.
Ugh, Krusty.
Is there a Bobo the Clown? I thought there was, but then...
Yeah, that was from the 50s, I think.
Oh, okay. Because then I Googled it, and now...
Bozo, not Bobo.
Oh, that's why. Bozo. Okay. I thought it was Bobo the Clown, and I found an Urban Dictionary. It's a sex act when a lady is on her period and someone goes down on them and they get a big red smile.
Oh my God, what the fuck, Urban Dictionary? Sounds about right.
Yeah.
It's also known as Red Wings, right? Getting
Oh,
your
I
red
don't know.
wings?
I don't know.
It's fucking, yeah.
Yeah. It was like, also, see, clown mouth. So I did, and it was the same thing.
Oh
And
my
I was
God.
like, a Bobo the Clown's funnier.
Yeah.
Also,
wait, before
Oh, yeah.
do you remember Homie the Clown?
No.
It was from fucking
It sounds familiar.
it was Damon Wayans.
Oh, in Living Color?
In Living
Okay,
Color,
that's
yeah,
why it sounds
yeah.
familiar. Yeah.
And then one of the most infamous clowns is John Wayne Gacy's Pogo the Clown.
Oh my God.
This is a bad sitch.
Also, like some of the clowns we talked about have been scary, but they've all been fake. But like this is real scary.
This is, yeah.
He like killed people.
there is like an irrational fear, I think, behind all. I mean, Pennywise is truly terrifying,
But it is irrational because it's a
it's fake.
character.
It's
fiction. Yeah.
but John Wayne Gacy is the true monster.
Yeah.
Like this is when I say things that scare me are people.
Yeah.
This is what I mean.
Yeah,
Like
people.
this is fucking John Wayne Gacy is the boogeyman with clown makeup on.
Yeah.
He is Pennywise.
Dude.
Did
Did he ever kill any kids he clowned for? Or was it completely unrelated?
we don't know. I mean, it was mostly like teenage boys.
Yeah, so probably not. Unless it
But
was like
maybe.
years prior.
I feel like it was like he's also, wasn't he the wrestling coach too? Or like worked with the high school kids.
Oh.
Dude, he was just.
Or he said he was or something. That's like
Well-
how he lured people into his apartment.
Well, the most fucked up thing about John Wayne, well, I mean, obviously all the killing, but all the murders, but the fact that he was already a convicted, sexual predator,
Oh.
but was still allowed to do like children's parties as Pogo the Clown. Like,
Oh my God.
yeah.
People didn't know it. When was that? The 70s?
Yeah.
People didn't know.
People are just fucking idiots. The 70s were the worst
Oh
time.
my
of
God.
our
We've said it
life.
before.
We didn't live then, but god damn, thank God.
The only reason I would want to live then is
Disco. Yeah.
I was gonna say the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the fucking music festivals, the parties, like 60s into the 70s. If I would have been in my 20s and 30s during that time,
Yeah.
you bet I would have been partying hard.
Yeah. Oh my God. But then there was John Wayne Gacy to just ruin the
yeah,
party
right.
for everybody.
Yeah, and fucking a bunch of other serial killers.
Yeah.
So.
Well, 70s, man. So yeah. All these things, John Wayne Gacy included, contributed, I think, to our modern day kind of concept of clowns, and it's
Yeah.
not good.
It's not good, but it's. Also, like, it's a real thing. So we're going to talk about, this is all to say there's like something called Coulrophobia, which is fear of clowns.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
It's real. It's real in some way. I mean, it's real because it exists, but it also isn't like an official phobia, which is interesting. But there's like, I think, rationale as to why.
Yep.
But also, okay, it only affects like 7.8% of the population, which seems like super low to me.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you're going to get treatment for it, that maybe you're counted as
Yeah, it's like your official, like
your
who
official
yeah,
if it's like
diagnosed,
if
yeah.
you have to be treated for it.
Yeah,
If you're like that fucking afraid.
Yeah.
But just a general unease.
Sure,
I would say is 100%.
Everybody's out here in these streets scared of clowns.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I don't think like I'm scared of Pennywise in the movie, but like if I saw a clown on the street, I guess I would be scared.
I'm uneasy.
I'm like, what's the context here?
Yeah, why are you here?
Yeah. But like if I saw a clown in a hospital like visiting children, I'd be like, "Oh, that's cute."
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, "That's so nice." Which I remember because my brother was really sick as a baby, and there would be clowns, like Cupcake the clown would come in or whatever. Like there would be clowns that would come in and like hand out balloons and do balloon animals and like
Yeah.
it was, and they loved it. The kids
Yeah.
loved it. They had no reason to be scared yet.
Yeah, because we hadn't ingrained this weird.
True, early 80s, late 80s.
Well, but
I mean,
if you're a kid who hasn't been exposed
Right.
to
how it's scary,
why it's
Yeah.
scary, how it's scary,
yeah,
you're like, okay, this is cool.
Yeah.
This is a fun thing.
sure,
And I think the fear is put upon people
yeah,
by this kind of societal and collective understanding that
Yeah.
there are some fucked up things behind the mask.
yeah, and also like just people out there being very vocal about how clowns are scary, and
Yeah.
then you like are they?
Are they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So just in case you weren't sure if you have a clown phobia, if you have these symptoms when you see a clown, then you know. Nausea, panic, anxiety, sweating or sweaty palms, shaking, dry mouth, feelings of dread. That's a good indicator.
Yeah.
Difficulty breathing, increased heartbeat, intense emotions such as screaming, which is not an emotion.
No, that's not an emotion.
Crying or becoming angry. Of those three, one's an emotion,
Yeah.
and that's anger.
Yeah.
Crying and screaming aren't emotions, so I don't remember where I got this.
Those are manifestations of a emotion.
Yeah. But if you're feeling strong emotions like
Anger,
panic,
fear.
yeah. Then sure. Then you might be scared of a clown if you are seeing one.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you were just saying, like there's actual like reasons that people are scared of clowns, even maybe before they are exposed.
sentient. Yeah.
The first being that their faces are covered with creepy makeup, and they often have like big, unhuman, like exaggerated features.
Right.
So like, their face is all white. They have like big mouth and maybe it's like kind of frowny. They have like maybe big eyebrows. Everything looks kind of just off.
Yeah. And there's
From
like
a human.
the red nose,
Yeah, big
whatever.
red nose. Yeah. Snow-cone hair.
Yeah. TM.
Yep, TM. Which reminded me, I have a coworker that's scared of masks.
So that's the thing.
Yeah.
There's people who are afraid of mascots.
Yes,
and
she's also scared of mascots.
This is all part of that.
Because it's like you can't see the human. You can't see like what makes them human or like who's actually behind there. With makeup, it's a little easier, but not when it's so severe. Like, and then with like a mask or a mascot head, you're like, who's in there?
Yeah.
And I feel like, I don't know if I told this story already, but there was I think the Kings, like the LA hockey team, the mascot came into our work because we like buy ads from the NHL or whatever, and they were like, oh, doing like a mixer. It was like a happy hour or whatever, and so they were like, oh, come to this happy hour and you can meet the mascot. But I think people weren't like getting up from their desks yet, so they like walked the mascot around, and I was at my desk and like we saw them coming and we were like, oh God, here we go. And he just like walked up and just stood behind me. And like mascots don't talk.
Yeah.
And he was like in my personal space, and I like turn around and I go, it's 2019. You need to back up. And they were like, and then they just stood there like defiantly. And then they like backed up and were like, oh, like making fun of me. And I'm like, ew, I don't know who the fuck you are.
Yeah, I'm
There's like
working here. This
I'm
is
working.
This is a workspace, sir.
And like I don't know what is going on under there. Like you might be a creepy dude.
Yeah.
Like you might be a pretty fine normal person. Like I don't know, but it's like you're in my space and like get away.
Yeah, I don't like this.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, anyway. So and then they chased my coworker around who was like deathly afraid and was crying.
That's fucking rude.
Yeah.
HR, get
I
on
know,
it.
dude. It was bad. Also, it can be off-putting because, and this is what I think triggers kids to think clowns are scary, is that it's off-putting because the face doesn't match the expression of what they're doing. Like if they're a frowny clown, like you see the frown, but they might smile underneath and you like see that it's wrong.
Or they're doing something goofy and it's like, why are they so upset about what's happening?
Yes, they look upset,
Yeah.
but they're trying to make you laugh and you're like, but I'm reading your physical cues as being upset.
Yeah.
So I feel confused. Like
Yeah.
it is a real thing. It's
Yeah.
almost like Uncanny Valley.
Yeah.
Where you're like, something's off and
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
And I read from Dr. Melanie Phelps in the UK Sun. She said, I don't know what her qualifications are, but she commented on this and said, clowns have unnatural, large, exaggerated, and distorted features and therefore don't match the safe, friendly human pattern we have created in our minds. So we know that clown faces are brightly colored with stark contrasts. For example, wide, bright red lips against a very white background with exaggerated smiles or expressions which are fixed and do not change with interaction. This triggers an unsafe does not match alert in our primal brains, which indicates this type of face is unknown, not recognized, possibly unsafe, possibly a threat, and we cannot read the facial expressions correctly as it doesn't match the actions or words. So it's like that. It's like off from what you're seeing or what you are feeling or whatever.
Right,
It's like weird. And your brain just shorts out. And
Yeah,
it's like, I don't like this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last reason like people might be upset by them is that they're tricksters. So
Yes,
like
you can't like trust.
Yeah, you
that-
can't trust a clown.
Yeah, you can't like you're constantly on high alert. First of all, because they're for all the reasons you just said, you're kind of like like unsettled by them, and then they do some fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Some like goddamn tricks.
Yeah. Or it might be the opposite. You think like it could even be that they surprise and delight you, but what they're doing initially is like bad. Like, oh no, they're gonna hurt themselves. Oh no, and then they do something funny.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh no, that wasn't bad. Like you're just like at an unease around
with
clowns.
everything. Yeah.
Which can be exhilarating, and
Right.
that's like the type of clowning work I'm doing. It's like doing unexpected things.
Yeah. But you're trying to surprise and delight, and not
Ultimately.
and you're not trying to do things that are upsetting.
Right. But sometimes that's true. Yeah, you don't want to upset anyone. It's more like, but you could also have like really strong moments of vulnerability.
Right.
And like that could be upsetting or surprising and delighting.
Yeah.
And like, but sometimes you can't even tell with like, cause it'll be individual by each person.
Sure,
you know,
sure.
like it's wild.
You mentioned your hemorrhoids out of nowhere.
Oh my God. Out of nowhere. Oh my God.
That's vulnerability and surprise and delight.
Ugh,
Right there.
what a treat.
Bing, bang, bong.
Speaking of hemorrhoids.
Zip, zap, slop.
Bing bang bong. Yeah, so that's like all mostly, I don't know. Those are like the main kind of reasons. But
why people are freaked out.
why people are freaked out and like maybe have a fear, but like a phobia goes deeper than that,
Right.
obviously. It's not just like, oh, this is off-putting. It's like I have like trauma.
Yeah. Like you had some sort of event in your
Yeah.
life where
There was a clown involved.
there was a clown involved, and now you're like you have a deep psychological and you know, you can't help it. You're just freaked the fuck out.
you just like that is like motivating how
Uh-huh.
you're like having physiological reactions,
Right. Okay.
which like could come from watching a movie. So if you saw it too young, for
Mm.
example, and it kind of, you know, like if you're still developing and at that time in your life clowns are supposed to be fun still, and then
Mhm.
you see that movie, it like crosses your wires, you
Mm.
know, and you're
Mhm.
like, oh no, wait, are they fun or not? Whereas if you're old enough, you're like, I know this is fake,
I
and
know this
like,
isn't real. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and this isn't the, like, most clowns are nice or whatever.
Yeah.
um Another thing is like an actual event. If you went to the circus when you were a kid or something,
Mhm.
and like you got left there by accident, oh, I don't know, you know, like, and there was a clown involved.
So you associate this anxiety of, fear and
Something
abandonment with, seeing fucking clowns or
could
something.
be,
Yeah,
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 like
yeah.
something that has like a deeper actual like trauma to it
Mm,
when you were like, I don't know, maybe more developing and
yeah.
younger. Or I guess if you were older and like maybe you went to that famous liquor store in Los Angeles with the clown on top and
Yeah.
like it fell off onto your car or
Yeah.
something. That's traumatic and you might have a fear of clowns after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um but oh, the last thing, we kind of talked about this in the beginning, but is like a learned phobia,
Mm.
which still I think is a fear and less of a phobia. But like, you know, are there any songs that you can't stand? I can't remember if we've talked about this
Anything
before.
by Billy Joel.
Because your parents hate it?
No.
Oh, is there anything that your parents hated that you adopted as you think you also
Oh.
hate it? Do you know what I mean? It's like a learned behavior. Like for me, it's Brown Eyed Girl. My parents hate that song.
Mm.
And so I thought I hated it for
But you
so long.
actually like it?
No, I still hate it, but
Yeah.
because it's too deep
Sure,
to
sure, sure, sure.
unwind. But I also thought I hated Van Morrison, but I love Van Morrison.
Okay. Okay.
But that song I still don't like.
I don't know. I mean, my parents didn't listen to Billy Joel actively. So when I heard it, I was like, what is this shit? And they're like, oh, it's a Billy Joel. It's kind of corny.
You have a Billy Joel phobia?
I just have
Distaste,
I
dislike. Yeah.
dislike a strong distaste
Yeah.
for Billy Joel.
Yeah.
His songs are fucking corny.
Yeah. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Also, he like, I think he just like had, I don't know. I don't know that he's a good person.
Mm,
I don't know that he's a bad person, but I just have heard weird things about him.
sure.
And but also, yeah, I don't care for him. Some of his songs I like, but
Yeah.
despite them being corny, but
Yeah.
some I also really hate.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. So hate can be learned.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Obviously.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's why you get little kids dressed up like they're in the KKK
Right, right,
when their
right.
parents are in the KKK.
Right, right, right.
Those little kids don't know what the fuck is happening.
No.
Um,
It's why we have generations and generations of like religious people, cuz kids are indoctrinated.
and generations of hateful people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's all learned. And I think the phobia or the fear of clowns is a deep-seated cultural thing that's passed down, not just
Oh.
like individually from whatever.
No, now it's like the whole
The
culture
whole
is like,
yeah.
this is scary, and
We've
so everyone's
turned
like, oh my god.
we've turned on clowns
Yeah,
completely.
we've turned on clowns. Oh, that makes me sad
Well,
for the clowns.
the classic clown, I think, where you think of the face paint and,
Yeah, yeah.
and all that. I think we accept clowns in comedy in different ways.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and also, who's to say that like they can't come back too? It's like,
Yeah.
you know, because it could become passe to like be scared of clowns or
Right.
make movies where clowns are scary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's so weird because there's all this ebb and flow of like what's interesting in
right.
culture. So like who knows? We could come back to like
Yeah.
more of that traditional clown.
What's old is new again.
Wow. It's wild.
It's all very cyclical
Mhm.
and very interesting, I think.
I think so. Yeah, and then I did want to mention there are a few celebrities with clown phobias.
Ooh.
Okay. Harry Potter star Daniel Radcliffe is scared of clowns.
Oh, baby angel.
I know. Well, he's an adult now,
Well,
but he's still scared, I think.
yeah.
Johnny Depp,
Eh,
scared
fuck
of
him.
clowns. He basically was a clown as that pirate guy.
And fucking God, he'd ruined Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or Willy Wonka.
Oh my god, I don't like that movie.
Like, and also he's a horrible human being.
Yeah,
So
he's
fuck him.
not good.
He's bad.
P. Diddy.
Oh,
That made me sad too.
I know.
I was like, he's so happy. Oh my god, I have to send you.
And as a person who brings us the rock
Oh my god.
to this world, like, thank you for the vodka, sir. And I'm so sorry about your clown phobia,
Oh my god.
Mr. Diddy.
Oh. And he brought us Danity Kane on making the band.
Oh, that's right.
Bless him. Okay, so again, clown phobia is pretty rare, like phobia. And a lot of doctors argue that it's more just a fear since you can avoid clown situations. Like you're not coming across clowns in your everyday life.
Unless they're out there in these streets like they were that one time
Oh my God.
in like 2012 or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, that was bad.
We're going to do a bonus episode on that. I
Yeah,
think.
Patreon episode.
Yeah,
that'll be good.
Suddenly there was just people across the country just standing like dressed up as clowns in the dead of night.
Menacing people, essentially.
People, yeah.
Because we have now agreed that that's creepy.
Yeah.
And yeah. Also, that's a good way to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Because
somebody's going to get real pissed off that they're scared.
yeah.
And
they
shoot
might
your ass.
Yeah. Or like run you over with
Yeah.
their car because you're on the highway being a creepy clown.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like if it
But you can avoid like
you can avoid it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not technically a phobia. Like aquaphobia, if you're like scared of water, that's something that has to be treated because
Yeah.
you can't avoid water. So it's like,
I mean, you could try, but it's in life.
well, it depends on like, I
What?
mean, are you afraid of body of water? Are you afraid of like showering? Like people,
Oh.
like different water experiences.
Oh my God, that is
Dude.
awful.
Yeah. We don't know. We don't know what kind. But yeah, it's not an official phobia according to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. So you can be diagnosed with it as a phobia, but you would need to go to like a therapist. It's not something like where if you're talking to your regular doctor,
Yeah.
they would be like, oh, like if you're like, oh, I'm like, I have to go on this trip. I'm really scared of flying, where they'd be like, oh, you have fear of flying. Here's like a medication. They
Yeah.
can't just like medicate you for it because
Right.
it's like so specific.
Right.
So you have to go to a therapist, and there's a few options. So like through therapy, psychotherapy, you can have like cognitive behavioral therapy where they try and change your thinking about clowns as being more positive over time, slowly, so that like it's your initial thought isn't scared. Like it's not a scary thing.
Yeah. You can start to rationalize the context of
Yeah.
what is happening. Yeah. Yeah.
You
yeah,
like
yeah.
talk yourself into thinking differently about
Right.
it.
Right. Got
Power
it.
of the mind, right?
Mhm.
And then there's also exposure therapy, which they just like scare the shit out of you with clown stuff until you're numb,
God damn it.
essentially.
That's fucked.
Like Dr. Phil or like
Yeah.
how they just have those shows, or like Maury used to do that,
And
where
they
it's
like
like
yell at you until
they're like, oh, you're scared of spiders? Hold these spiders, and you're like, ah.
yeah, it's so fucked up.
Yeah. Hopefully it helps. I don't know.
I don't think anybody's ever gotten over anything with that kind of.
I don't know.
Maybe I don't know.
I mean, it's like a real medical practice, so who knows?
Mm.
Obviously there's medication, like they can sedate you or give you beta blockers, which I've been hearing that a lot lately because I think it's like becoming culturally, like it's hitting like a tipping point. I've heard of people taking them, and and maybe that's because like anxiety is like reaching such a high level in our culture, but it just slows your heart down so that you are less physically anxious and like revved up.
Yeah, your actual faculties are staying regulated.
Yeah.
You know?
And you're actually physically calm.
Yeah.
Because your heart's not pumping super fast.
Sure.
It's like, so you don't, maybe because
You don't have the reaction.
yeah,
that
you don't have the physiological
Yeah.
reaction, so like you are able to calm down
Yeah.
because
Okay.
it's not like exacerbating.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like once your mind goes, then your heart. Then
Yeah.
Then it's just
It's like a cyclical- yeah.
It all feeds each other.
But
Oh.
wait, did beta blockers remind you of anything?
Old people. I don't know.
Oh, remember it made me think of blue blockers. Do you remember that
Oh,
commercial
yeah.
with the rap?
Oh my god.
I'm a hip hopper, so get yourself some pair of blue blockers.
One of my ex-boyfriends just always exclusively wore blue blockers.
Really?
Yeah. For like a good while there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he looked like a serial killer. It was cool. I think he dressed up like Jeffrey Dahmer one year.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was weird.
Well, I don't know which one that is, but
I'll tell you after.
yeah.
Oh my God.
I can guess.
Yeah.
Um,
You know, I hope if you have a fear of clowns, you can kind of maybe do a little research
Yeah.
on your own. We just wanted to bring you some little more background about them
yeah.
that kind of helps just have a little more understanding behind the history. They didn't just like appear out of nowhere. They've been around for a long time, and they weren't always scary.
No, it was like if you look at like a timeline of like since the 1600s or something, it's like not scary, not scary, not scary, not scary until like 1980. So in the grand scheme of history,
Yeah, like maybe they were a little bit scary, like in the, you know, the time of, I don't know, Henry VIII or something. But all the other things in the world comparatively were just worse. So
Yeah.
you're like, oh, you know what? This is actually relaxing for me to be caught off guard by this trickster guy, where I don't have to think about getting the fucking plague.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Also, back then, like with Henry VIII, it's like, oh, people actually liked clowns because they were saying all the shit you wanted to say,
Yeah.
but you would get your head cut off for.
That's right.
So
They were heroes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you liked clowns. You're like, yes, spill that tea. I want to hear more about how disgusting he probably is fucking.
Yeah.
Like how bad his dick smells. Let's talk how bad he's ruining this country.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
let's hear it.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. Oh. That's right. Now it's like clowns are just like, I don't know if you're a pedophile making a balloon animal for no reason. Like, you say it's a sword, but is it really?
Yeah. Is it? Yeah.
So
We're all upset here.
or maybe you're a mass murderer and this
Yeah.
is your fucking, weekend persona.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Or maybe you're just a clown and
Or
like
maybe you're
you
nice-
go
yeah.
and dedicate your time like
That's right.
to sick kids every weekend and like making them happy and making them smile.
And
then-
I feel like there's many more clowns like that in the world.
I think so, yeah. We just don't see them out and about because it freaks people out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
If you like clowns, let us know.
Yeah.
If you don't like them,
oh,
which is probably most people, we don't need to know, but
Yeah.
we can talk about it.
maybe we'll run a poll with our audience and see like, oh, like more people are scared of clowns or less scared of clowns.
Yeah.
I think more people will say they are.
Yeah.
But is it truly ask yourself, do you just not like clowns?
Yeah.
Or are you actually scared of them?
Yeah. I personally am less afraid of clowns now.
Yeah.
After doing some research on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't really that scared to begin with, I don't think.
I mean-
I'm indifferent to clowns.
Yeah. I think I'm a little less put off by them, I guess.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
Yeah.
Have a lovely afternoon, evening, morning,
Morning,
whenever
weekend,
you're listening
week,
to this.
Month, year.
Hope you don't have diarrhea today.
Yeah.
Or any day for at least a week.
Unless you're constipated.
Then it's the best.
Then it's sweet relief.
Sweet relief. Okay, well.
Oh my God.
You know what?
What?
Follow us on all the things.
Yeah.
At dtfupodcast.com. Go to the website, dtfupodcast.com.
The
The end. Goodbye.
Oh.
Boop, 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 boop. And be excellent to yourselves.
And each other.
Bye-bye.
Bye.